Hey Dynamics, it's Michele Elmas of Dynamic Business Women, and let's talk Instagram stories. Now, Instagram recently introduced stories, and stories are short snippets of videos that you can add to your Instagram account that basically get deleted after 24 hours. Sound familiar? It should be, because that is the exact same format that Snapchat uses. So my question to you is, did Instagram stories blatantly rip off Snapchat? In one word, yeah, it did. There are a few small differences, but they're pretty minute. Even the navigation feels the same. But to their credit, Instagram actually said that Snapchat deserves all the credit. I'm sure Snapchat is thinking, gee, thanks. However, the CEO of Instagram said it's less about copying and more about implementing a format, a successful format, and tailoring it to Instagram. So here's my thoughts. At first, I was really skeptical, because I thought they're just blatantly copying. And in fact, somebody said to me, well, you know, big deal, everybody does it. Well, you know what, everybody shouldn't do it. But I do agree with what the CEO of Instagram said, and it is about taking a successful format and bringing it over onto their platform. Now, I kind of think it's awesome. It's competition at its finest. To be honest, my love affair with Instagram was kind of slowly dying. I was getting a little bored with it. I liked the photos, but I then moved over to Snapchat, and I loved Snapchat, although chat, when you're first trying to use it, can be really tricky, really fiddly, really hard to work out. And then let's talk about dick pics. My initial thought of Snapchat was, that's all it's for, isn't it? Isn't that for teenagers or whatever, doing all that kind of stuff? Well, actually, no, it wasn't. But one problem I'm finding with Snapchat is it is very difficult to be able to follow people. So unless you have their Snapchat name or their Snapchat code, you can't search for people in your industry or anything like that. Now, you can use ghost codes, which is an app that you can download on your phone, but you know, it's a very slow process. Instagram doesn't have the filters, and I loves me some filter. The pretty filter, which I kind of like use all the time. Wish I could use it on other platforms. Can't. But I love the filters. It adds a next step that is really quite fun. But Instagram is a lot easier to search for people and to be able to find them, find people in your area. You know, they have the use of hashtags, so it is a lot easier to be able to grow your platform on Instagram rather than Snapchat. So how are people using Instagram stories? A lot of people are doing very short video snippets of their day-to-day, that kind of thing, but a smart entrepreneur is also using it and incorporating how to market their business. So when a blog comes out, they talk about the blog, they might show behind the scenes of creating a video, and they're interacting and engaging probably a little bit more on Instagram than they are on Snapchat. So why have I changed my mind? Why am I really excited about using Instagram stories now? Well, for starters, I probably only have about 200 followers on my Snapchat, and I've been quite diligent in using that for the last 8 weeks. However, over on my Instagram, which you can find me at Dynamic Business Women, I have a lot more followers. I have something like over 6,000 followers. So I'm reaching more people with my video. So my audience is already there. The hard work has already been done. Another reason why I like Instagram stories is because there's simply more people using Instagram than they are on Snapchat. I think if Snapchat just becomes a little bit more user-friendly, then it will start to really take off. So how am I going to be using Instagram stories to promote my business? Well, I'm already promoting it through other social media platforms. So I'm thinking that I would like to do it a little bit differently with my Instagram stories, and I'm going to take on the same concept as what I did when I started Snapchat, and that is to basically show the raw and uncut behind the scenes of what it's like to be a mumpreneur, because I don't have a team. I'm a single parent. So yeah, look, some days it's hard, some days it's fun, some days it's incredibly rewarding, but regardless of all that, I absolutely love what I do. So it's something that I want to share on Instagram stories. And I will continue to use Snapchat, but for me right now, it's all about just experimenting and see what works with me. And of course, I will be doing some marketing on there. I'll be letting people know when there's a new video out, when there's a new blog out, that kind of thing. Of course, we still want to use it for marketing, but my plan is to just inject a little bit something different. So I would love to connect with you either over on Instagram, which you can find at the URL here, or over on Snapchat, and you can find me at Michele Elmas. So until next week, have a good one.